Okay, so let's do Chapter 3, review number 36. In this problem, we are given a set of parallel lines and it's cut by a transversal. And if you notice right here, the x plus 7 times x and the 17x are same side interior angles. And since we have parallel lines, they make those angles supplementary. Okay, so that means that I am going to take those two angles and add them together, and they should equal 180. So I'm going to get x squared plus 7x plus 17x equals 180. And if I combine like terms, I get 24x here, and then if I bring the 180 over, I can set it up so that it equals 0. Now at this point, you can do two things. You can go the factoring route, or you can go the quadratic formula route. Okay, so I'll just set up the quadratic formula here, but remember it's negative b, so negative 24, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And if you work this out carefully, you're going to get a couple of different answers. You're going to get 6 or negative 30. And we'll come back to this in a minute. If you do the factoring route, well, you know that this has to turn into two sets of parentheses. It's going to equal 0. And x and x work, because we need it to multiply to x squared. Then I need two numbers that multiply to negative 80 and add to 24. And so if you work it out, you end up with 30 and negative 6. And so then I've got two things multiplied together equals 0. So that means either the x plus 30 is 0, or the x minus 6 is 0. And so we get x equals 6, or x equals negative 30. Okay, so in both cases here we get a 6 or a negative 30. If I plug in negative 30 into my diagram, you'll notice right away 17 times a negative number is going to be negative. So this one right here is not going to work. If I plug in the 6, I get 17 times 6, which turns out to be 102. And if I plug it in up here, I'm going to get 6 plus 7, which is 13 times 6, which is 78. So that works out well. Now we got to figure out what the y is. And if you notice the 78 right below it, 78 plus 2y minus 6 should end up being 180, because these two angles together form a straight angle. So if I work this out, I'm going to get 72 plus 2y equals 180. And if I subtract the 72, I'm going to get 108. And so y ends up being 54.